Hey there, this is K4A, Knowledge for All educational videos and tutorials. In today's video we are going to learn how to edit enemy path in GameMaker Tower Defense template. And we have used lots of different skills and ideas so far in GameMaker Tower Defense template explanation, and you can see and check all of those in playlist on my channel. There are currently 23 videos, lots of different mechanics and features explained, but in this case today we're going to check out the path, and that is really important for this template, because this is tower defense template and the enemies follow the path, so you will need this sooner or later to edit, and later to maybe add some kind of new paths to your game. Other than that, you can also check the playlist for drag and drop blocks, GameMaker drag and drop blocks, which is also in playlist with 81 videos so far, and it's interesting because a couple of last videos are just about paths and how to follow the path, get position, set position, get speed, set speed, and so on. So maybe you can combine this knowledge from today with these skills from earlier videos and again make something custom and unique to your own game. Okay, let's go to template itself. First of all, in most cases so far, the first step that we make is to check the documentation. Documentation is made from the people who made this tutorial and template, sorry. So it's the smartest thing to check out the documentation text to see if they have something to say about the paths. And if you scroll down, and again this is just a text file, you can add anything you want in it from text, like I did, some kind of notes, ideas, explanations, whatever. But if you scroll all to the bottom, you can see that almost at the end there is one section which says paths. Paths are what enemies follow to the village. So when we open our level and see what it is made of, we can already see that there is one white line, and in our case we have blue background. I can even uncheck and unsee that if it's easier for you, but I think it's better for us to have this blue background, and same with these instances. So now we only have this white line, and that is our path, the path of our enemies, and that is what this document is talking about. So that is the line, that is what enemies follow to the village. When they reach the end of a path, they will deal damage to the village. In our case, I think so far I have made that when only one zombie comes to the end of the path, it will end the level. So only one enemy, if it reaches the end of the path, that's the end of the game. There is one path, so there is only one line, one white line. You can later try to add more than one, change the path, and so the shape of it, and so on. You can create more and set them to be used in OBJ Wave Level 1 or any children of OBJ Wave Manager you create. Okay, so this last sentence is very important, because the guys who made this template, they tell us where we can find that path and where we can edit it. So to create more and set them to be used is in OBJ Wave Level 1 or any children or OBJ Wave Manager. So I will try to find, I will open Objects folder, Managers, and try to find OBJ Wave Level 1 and OBJ Wave Manager. obj wave manager, here it is, obj wave level 1, here it is. Obj wave manager is the parent object, we have talked about that before, and this obj wave level 1 is the child of it, because we have one level, we have only one obj wave level 1. If we had more than one level, we would probably copy paste this obj wave level 1 into obj wave level 2, change some things, and so on. Obj wave level 3 for third level, and so on. So let's check the obj wave manager first as the parent, just to see if we can find what we want about paths. And yeah, you can already see here on this left part we have set level path to path level 1. Okay, so I will zoom it. Here it is, it's a variable, and it says name of the variable is level path and the value is path level 1. This is default state for our parent, but later, again, as I just said a few moments ago, if I create as many children of this parent, I would overwrite this into, for example, for path level level 1, this will stay the path level 1, but for level 2 I will create path level 2, for level 3 path level 3, and so on. But I just wanted to show you how this is defined already in our parent, just as some kind of default state. And now let's check the children of this parent, which is obj wave level 1, and you can see here in this block parent, it is written, it is said parent of this object of obj wave level 1 is obj wave manager, which we just explained a few moments ago. So obj wave level 1, I have three events: create, step, and alarm. Step and alarm are some kind of they have some kind of shade on it, like they are grayed out, so I don't want to touch them. But it seems that create event is open. That's how this icon next to it, right to it, looks, and it's white in color. So let's try to check that event. So click on create event, it will open it here in this event window. Zoom out or zoom in if needed, and the first, or to be more precise, the second block in this event, the first one is call parent event. That means, okay, I am the child of obj wave manager and I want to inherit everything from it, so I am just stating that here. And the second block says, you can even see the comment here, the description, it says choose which path to follow. That's what we need. So this guy here, wave level 1, obj wave level 1, he is defining which path we want to follow, and it says follow the value, this is important, path level 1. So that is important to us. And again, I just wanted to show you all of this just to be aware when you create new managers, new levels, and so on, to know where to find it. That's about where to find it and where to change it. Now we will see the path itself. Zoom out a little bit, okay, and zoom out here. Okay, so we can even check, I think, here in instances, we have here instances, then somewhere here I can, yeah, obj wave level 1, you can see it here, so I can check it, uncheck it to see where it is. So we have that in scene, we have a path, and also important, check out this in your inspector folder. When you click on room level 1, it should automatically switch to inspector folder and in it find the path. Maybe you have the instances clicked, backgrounds, and you can see and unsee, check and uncheck all of it, but we need the path. The path is here. We can see it's called path level 1 here. It's on path layer, and I can also check and uncheck it here. And you can see that there are some kind of dots, circles, nodes on it. So those define how straight or curved the path is, the line is. You can add as many of those as you want, but it's not, again, very smart to do it. You want those paths to be as simple as possible and as optimized as possible. And it's interesting, if you have watched some of my previous tutorials on Scratch, painting and drawing in Scratch, how when you paint with line tool you also have some kind of similar dots and circles, and you can alter and change them. Same goes here. So most of those features are same from different softwares, and once you understand how they work in one, you almost immediately know how to use them in other. You can see some other properties here, like you can change the color of it if you want, for example, to be red. Yeah, okay. Straight or smooth, precision, and so on. I'm not going to go into details here very much. The color and straight or smooth, yeah, you can see how this interpolates, but again, it takes more, maybe we can say, process or resources to do that. It's as you should make it as simple as possible, especially in very simple games. Closed, I don't want my line to be closed, and precision, again, not very important for this example. So we know where to find this path in our level. Let's now go back to workspace to try to find it here. Again, if you use some of the latest GameMaker versions, they already have some kind of folder hierarchy made for you when you create a new file, or even use some other people's template like here. So one of the folder is paths. Click on it to open it, and you can see there is a path level 1, and that's what we are using here in OBJ Wave Manager 1. So again, we have explained here where to find it in documentation, where to find it then in object, which object uses that in code, but this one here is the actual path which was made in GameMaker, and if you double click on it, it will finally open it, and you can again see how it's, again, I will zoom it, again, it's the same line which we have here in our room level 1. So we have created this path here, not we, the guys who made this template, created this path here, then added it to this scene here, to this level in path layer. Just open the path layer, click path, which path you want to use. Here is the bottom path level 1. We could pick some other if we had some other, and then we told the code here I want to use that path. So once again, you create the path, the line here, say to GameMaker in inspector here in path layer, use that path here, put it in my scene, in my level, and use it in code here. So there are a couple of steps. Again, very logical. You just want to create the path first, put it in level, and say in code I want to use this path. Okay, so let's finally see how to edit this path. So far so good. I think all of these things which I have explained are important, not only related to this video or this template. For example, if you have this Windy Woods template also by GameMaker or some other GameMaker templates which are published currently and recently on GameMaker, maybe some of those have paths and lines and enemies following them. You will use all of this knowledge there. Or maybe if you want to create some of your custom original game and you want to use some paths, lines for enemies or pickups or whatever to follow, you will use the same skills which you have learned here today. Okay, so the most important thing here is to be careful. Yeah, because you can change lots of things by accident or just by playing around and then don't know how to bring them back in the beginning state, from the beginning state or from the start position and so on. So the first thing which I want to do is click on this path level 1 path, which is in my path folder, select it with my left mouse click, then right mouse click, and then duplicate. So I will have one copy of it. Simple as that. I will now right click and rename it and add this, maybe add some kind of copy to it, yeah, just in case. So I can open both of those, change them and work on both of them, but that wouldn't make much sense. So far I will work only on my path level 1, and if I mess things, if I create something which I don't like and cannot reverse to original, I will just use the path level copy and point in code to that one, just change the names or whatever. So I'm working on path level 1, and or maybe even better, I will work on path level 1 copy just to show you yeah, the difference. Maybe no, let's work on path level 1. No big deal, because we have a copy. So zoom here with these buttons, scroll left and right with pressing middle mouse button, mouse wheel. So not scrolling with mouse wheel up and down, that will go up and down, but press the mouse wheel, hold it, and then go left, right, up, and button, that will scroll it wherever you want. So you position the image to the center so you can see it better. When you hover over these lines which make the whole path, you see how they are blue. Same with circles, they become white, so that means you're above them. You can select them and change them, edit them, but I'm not clicking yet, just hovering. And when you click on some of the, for example, circles, I will click on the second. The first one is all the way to the left. I will click on the second, hold, and I'm not releasing, I'm just changing this, and let me put it here back, or maybe a little bit, yeah, a little bit to the top, and you can see how in my room level 1 I have that change following. That change is real time, because this is the path, level 1 path. In my scene I'm changing how it looks here. I will undo that, undo with Ctrl Z, and the same undo works in my room level 1. Again, let me change this to go a little bit to the top, go to the level, start the level just to see if the zombies will follow it. And yeah, you can can see how they go first to the top, like they yeah. And you can add as many of those changes as you want with already. Yeah, I'm not sure why I don't. Yeah, here it is, undo, edit, but I don't see. Here it is. You can change all of those already existing points, nodes, however you call them, vertex or whatever, and see that in real time, and that way edit the path and edit your level to make it more interesting or more difficult or whatever. So for example, you can create a new level with same resolution for width and height, change these instances, change these blocks on which we put the towers, the basement for towers, for example here, and so on. So and then create edit path around them. In my case, I'm not going to do that because that would take more time, and I don't have any really interesting ideas to create level. Again, we haven't learned how to add new levels, I think, so far, so we can do that maybe later. But what I wanted to show here also is, for example, does it make sense for you to have these two dots, one here and one here, between the first one and the fourth one? For me, it doesn't make sense, so I will select this guy here and press delete, and you see how this line is straightened out, and I have one coordinate node less here. Same with this guy. Why do I have this guy here? He is not representing any curve. If it was like here, it would make sense, or like here, it would make sense. I need that to represent curve. But if it's here on the straight line, I will select it and delete it, and the straight line is straight line. So what do I want to say? You can add as many dots, vertices, nodes on line when it's straight, but it doesn't make sense, and you add them by clicking, like here, click, 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 but you see the shape of my line, the curvature, it doesn't change. So why would I add those? I will undo them, and then I will play the level just to show you how my zombies still go straight from the left to the right, and it looks all good. Yeah, it's simple as that. So it works. You don't need nodes on the straight line. Same with this guy here. Maybe I could delete that one, but okay, I will not. I will delete this guy here. I think it will still stay the same. Yeah. So this guy here is important. If I delete here, this guy here, it will straighten the line. I don't want that. I need curvature there, because that is the curve on this level here around the tower. So just delete the nodes when they are on straight line, and don't make them if you have straight lines, because they're not changing the shape of the line. No use for them there. Again, it's not necessary, but that's the way you learn how to optimize. And on the long run, if you have lots of levels, for example, if you make the same principle is for geometry in 3D modeling. When you model 3D object in some 3D software, you want as low as possible vertices and polygons. That's called poly count. for your game to be more optimized and to run faster on every computer. Okay, there are a couple of more. Here we can see, if I zoom in my bottom left part of this path level 1 window, there are a couple of tips here and explanation, so you don't have to learn them, just read what they wrote for you from GameMaker. And they say if you left mouse button, that will add the nodes. That's what we did a few moments ago. And drag anchor, so if you left and click on already existing, you can drag the anchor. Those nodes are called anchors, or add them. And if you can translate, rotate and scale the whole thing or part of it with pressing the keyboard keys, T for translate, R for rotate and S for scale when you press left mouse button. So I will first I will click T on my keyboard and press let me zoom out and press left mouse button to translate it, and you can see how I translate the whole line here, the whole path. But that is very, very dangerous. Why? Because as you can see here on the left side, I have those coordinates here, and when I changed my path here with T left mouse button, I'm changing those coordinates, and now look what happens in my level. I have translated this to the left, so this looks crazy. So again, sometimes you will maybe need that, but for this explanation and this level I'm not going to use it. Same with rotation. I can press R left and you can see how I rotate this here, and now look at my level here. So now my zombies will start from bottom left. Let's try to see if that works. It will look fun, yeah. Even it, I think it will even make some sense. Yeah, cool. But yeah, this looks nice. But I'm going to click on the path, Control Z to undo it. And the last but not least is the scale. So I press the S button and I can scale it, and you can see I can make it smaller like this. Check my room, and this will now spawn the zombies from the thin air. That was fast, and I think for this video that's more or less okay. And again, this is still path level 1. Let me open path level 1 copy. Okay, but maybe we will do that in another video. So far so good, I think. Let me stop here, and this was editing the enemy path. I think you have learned lots of things so far. In next video we will learn how to add new path. Maybe it's all the similar and it should be much faster, but just to separate those two mechanics for you. See you in next video. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.